Let's see what you need to hear today. Oh, grounding. You might be in need of some grounding, of finding some sort of peace when the external is going crazy. And that can help by physically connecting to the ground, sitting down, doing ground work, ground exercises. But this can also just mean taking a moment to breathe within your own life in your day-to-day and finding these grounding opportunities in your every breath as well. Because every time you breathe, that is a few seconds that you could be working on that. But we're going to find out what this grounding is talking about. The King of Pentacles. You might be really busy with work at the moment and finding yourself just exhausted. So this could be the call for grounding there. Could also be matter of family. So family matters could be coming up. With there being a pet on this card, maybe also pets, which are also family. So, but I want to get more explanation, please. What's going on with the grounding there? Oh, we got a few cards. Let's see. Temperance. A reminder for balance, for you to find balance again. The Lovers. So maybe this is a relationship that is in some way causing turmoil in your life. With the Ace of Wands here in reverse, I'm sensing that whatever is going on, there seems to be some sort of an explosiveness to it, and potentially people saying things that they don't want to be saying just because they're so charged in the moment, and there is this blockage to filter or to take a moment to ground and breathe, right? I do want to mention that we are currently going deep in retrograde season. Mercury is also gone retrograde, so what that means is, from an astrological perspective, miscommunications and this kind of like petty fighting could be influenced from that, or it is related to it. With the Wheel of Fortune here, the Wheel of Fortune reminds you that one thing leads to another, an action leads to a reaction, and we're continuing on this cycle of life in that sense. So this is also the reminder, if there's so much busyness happening in your life, if you are finding you are out of balance in one way or another, then you must understand what goes up must come down. If you are highly stressed out, you're on top of the wheel, in this sense, in some sort of a stressful negative way, then you need to calm down. You need to come down to the wheel to then make it back up again. There is only so far you can go before you crash. Oh gosh, yes, and I think you are understanding. You can sense that this is very much a call for you to rest. What I'm sensing is also that your ancestors, and that's just popping into my head, but your ancestors are calling you to rest, because I think you're being supported. You're being supported in the sense that luck is on your side. What is luck but action, reaction? But the Wheel of Fortune moving ahead, and the odds are suddenly in your favor. And things that seem unlikely happen, and then we call it luck. So even though it might seem like luck when it comes in, I think that you are on a trajectory that makes a lot of sense. Because you're putting in a lot of work, right? You're putting in a lot of work, but you need to take a break right now. Take a break, my dear. Can we get one more here? And then we'll go to some other cards. Trust. Trust in the luck that is coming. Trust that you are supported. Trust that it's okay to take a break, that it is important to take a break, that whatever goes up must come down so it can go back up again. So allow yourself to do that. And this is all meant to be. This is all the Wheel of Fortune doing its thing. We're going to get you some more cards. What else does the collective need to hear today? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is very much, your mind is on the material, on your work, on the things you've been putting a lot of energy into, and you might be finding some sort of a blockage there. If you have been trying to do some sort of a new endeavor in regards to your finances and your work, even buying a new space to live, for example, finding a new place, these are all things that potentially you might find you are getting some sort of pushback from, and you are struggling to do so. This again, also during retrograde, all matters of communication and contracts and all this are said to be not advised. Okay. Oh, we have two more on top of exactly on top of the Ace of Pentacles there. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Let me show you. These are tiny cards. Look how cute they are. Oh, and I was looking at me, but look at this. It's actually quite nice. There you go. So, what do we have? And I'm sorry, oh my fingers don't look so nice today. Anyway. And the beep. I forgot to turn the thing off. So for some of you, maybe that is a confirmation there. The Ten of Wands in reverse speaks on... I heard a human. I got stressed. Speaks on overwhelm, potentially the fear of overwhelm, the fear of someone coming in and throwing in another thing you need to take care of, and you're like, I can't deal with this anymore, you guys, it's too much. And then the Four of Swords in reverse, literal refusal to take a break. Why are you refusing to take a break, my dear? Why? Because taking a break feels like you're not strong enough. Like you're weak for taking a break. Do you know what's weak? To not admit that you need a break. To not admit to your own, not faults, but things that you are maybe lacking in a way. It's so important to recognize these things, to be acknowledged, to work on them, if that is something you intend to do. But for you here, you seem to have put, or you might have been told, that your work, the things that you do in the material, is what makes you strong. That's how you show your strength as well. And I'm seeing here the card is right next to the Lovers, so this might have been something that you saw first in the relationship between your parents, but now reflected in the relationships that you are in. So there's some sort of a value that comes through your through the material contributions that you make. With the Knight of Cups, you might be striving to be someone who's able to be really loving and caring for other people. Or you might be hoping for someone like that to come into your life. But what I'm sensing, there's this version of you that you would like to uphold, which is someone who can handle it all. But yeah, I feel there is a deep block there. I'm feeling it. We're not going to go too deep into it. We got these two more. Yeah. We have these two more, and then we're going to close that chapter, because this is something that would require a bit of a deeper, potentially personal reading. If you are interested, my contact for that is in the description. But we have the Death and the Rebirth card, and look with the sun. It's so nice. But what I'm sensing is this connection that you make from what you achieve with your strength and with your worth. Ultimately, it is a self-worth issue. It is thinking that the safety comes in the material, or that's going to be the one thing that you can control, so that's what you're going to be doing. But it comes from not feeling strong enough at some point in your life. And this is a matter that needs working on. This is a matter that is calling you to examine it and to incorporate the lessons and disregard the things that keep you stuck. And then move on to a new version of you that now is no longer in need of this external, how do I say this? Externalization of their worth. There you go. Sorry, that word did not want to come out. Okay, so what is the advice then? What can they do to allow themselves to ground more, to allow themselves to connect with their own self-worth, the knowledge that they are worthy just because they exist, just because they're part of all that is. You're just as worthy as everyone else. We're all equals on this plane. We're all equals. We struggle to say that and to see that, because that means that there is no hierarchy. That means that there is no control. And there's also a lack of safety in the unknown. And that's scary. Okay, but the advice, please. Oh, you want me to look at you. The Tower in reverse. Learning from these moments in your life where everything crumbles, where you feel like you can't go on anymore, like everything that was stable is falling apart. That, unfortunately, my dear, can be the outcome if you do not look out after your own health, if you don't take those breaks, if you're working on something with clay and you don't allow the clay to dry and you keep working on it, guess what's going to happen eventually? Things are never going to be fully dried and it's going to crack. So you need to take time to allow things to dry. Allow the changes that you've made to actually be incorporated. Allow yourself to take those breaks and to work on this sense of your worth, your strength being associated with you doing all the things, being super caring, loving, but also like extremely accomplished and always there for people. And all of this is in a way you trying to control the situation as well. The Seven of Wands, some sort of trickery, some sort of betrayal. Maybe this is on your mind, maybe this is what disrupted you. But with it coming out in advice, I think it's calling you to look within, to see how you betray yourself sometimes, how you lie to yourself sometimes, in an effort to still stick to these patterns and routines that you know are ultimately not going to be sustainable. Because you can go, but what are you going to do when the juice is all out? Where are you going to get it if you don't even have enough energy to go to get the thing to refill it? Do you know what I mean? More advice. One more with these. The Three of Wands in reverse. I'm really feeling this. I really feel like this message today is just a stern but very loving warning from Spirit for you to take a break, because the Three of Wands is the card of expansion. It's calling you to stop expanding. It's on its head. Stop it. Take a break. And it's just so loving. It's just like, we get it, there's stuff here, there's reasons for all of this, but let us try and deal with this differently. Take a break, see how you feel, and if you feel better about it, and then let me know if it helped. Okay, well, I'm gonna get you one more card of these, and then I'm letting you go, my dear. It looks like a perfect little spread here. Agreement. Taking the strawberries into account, my first thought was, oh, how nice, little enjoyment that comes, and the sweetness that comes through waiting and through nurturing and, watering. And in that sense, a strawberry, the better it is taken care of, the more water it gets, more rest it gets in a way as well, the juicier it will be. So maybe the agreement being the agreement with yourself, right? With yourself, to recognize these patterns, to work on them, and potentially to write a little bit about it, because there is this quilt here. So maybe for you to write on your thoughts and on these things that are on your mind. Yeah, and I think that will allow for you to find more balance and more grounding, because we have the Libra symbol here as well. And if you're in need of grounding, feel free to check out my playlists. I've got some grounding meditations, I think, and also lots of grounding affirmations of all sorts. And this is going to be it, my dear. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.